Hey there, beautiful souls. Jess Intuitive Angel Healer here with your grounded guide to the spiritually awakened survivors of the toxic shadows. Welcome to my new YouTube channel and V podcast, Spoken Like an Angel, Enlightenment for Survivors, where my prophetic words are meant to help stimulate so you can raise your vibe and elevate. Thank you so much for being here today. Today is June 13th, 2023. The message today is all about you, chosen one. Spirit wants to know that you are a hidden gem. I'm hearing a diamond in the rough. You are focused too much on maybe the mistakes that you've made, and Spirit wants you to know that they're making miracles out of your mistakes, and ultimately that all your lessons you have to go through one way or another. And if you try to avoid them by maybe numbing them or simply just ignoring them, the universe has a way of making them manifest into your experience, regardless if you're trying to make it happen or not. So when things are happening, sometimes when you go through trauma, you start internalizing things that are not your fault. Kind of like it is not your fault if you go to a restaurant and you have terrible service or terrible food. Because did you make the food? Did you wait on the table? No. But when you are a survivor or you have unhealed trauma, you tend to be very apologetic for things that are totally out of your control. It's like apologizing for a tornado coming through. That is something totally out of your control, and we are not God. God is with us at all times, and that's a whole different conversation about, weather and God. And some people lose their faith because they see the destruction, but they also don't see elements. I've learned, don't always look at the destruction, because you focus on that, and some people that are the one that caused the destruction are right there going, I don't know how this happened, right alongside of you going, it's a mystery. And you're like, that's nice because you're right next to me. You know everything. They're like, boy, I hope you figure this out one day. Not really, but let me know if that resonates with you guys. I feel like a lot of people are going to resonate with this message. We've had a lot of light workers reincarnate on this earthly realm here in like the last 10 years. My daughter is a crystal child. There's rainbow children now, and crystal children, I'm an indigo child. That's like I'm the warrior. That's why I'm always about like Robin Hood, trying to not take from the rich and give to the poor. It's more I'm trying to teach everyone, and nobody, nobody should be on their own little island alone. We're all in this together. So it's important for you guys out there to just take a moment and know that manifesting success means that you get yourself balanced and you get your intentions set. You got to have faith in your values, though. There's a lot of diablos, whatever you want to call them, distractions, agents, gremlins that are out here to see if you're really going to stand tall and proud in what you do. That's why there's been such an incarnate of light workers that have came here. We all have different jobs. Mine was more to make the wrongs right, to fix those, put out the truth. My daughter's the crystal children, she's about 12, so that is more of loving That's why there's that difference of Gen X and Gen Z and Gen Y and all the different gens. But if you notice, that's the biggest one is the love aspect, and that's why there's more light workers. We're all getting together to start embracing the love and stop being judgmental. I see you're going to be manifesting success in the next moon cycle. So whatever next full moon it is, you're going to be manifesting what you've been, if you've been working on something like that. But you got to stop beating up yourself and just more take accountability. Because yesterday I was saying God will forgive you if you take accountability and ask for forgiveness for what you did, and then take responsibility, but make sure you're taking responsibility for your own happiness. Stop giving the wheel to your life and letting someone else drive it, because you can ask for people's opinions, you can ask for people's help, but ultimately it comes down to your choice. You are the chooser of your destiny. Your destiny is not quite built yet. It's like a blueprints out there, but your choices every day are creating, your thoughts every day are creating what's going to manifest in your future. So that's why people can't tell the exact future, because it depends on what you are choosing, right from wrong, moral from immoral. Are you standing in your faith and your values, or are you letting someone knock you off because they're going to make fun of you? Because a lot of people who walk around and talk about God, and people make jokes, and they've always had things they have to say, and that's why a lot of people won't practice it always in front of other people. Eventually you will, but when you first start out, a lot of people are afraid of what other people are going to say, especially when you step into the spiritual realm. And then you get to a point that you start, it's not just about finding out answers and knowing your destiny. That's not what all this is about. It's about making friends with your spirit team, and the goal is to get to your higher self, get reconnected back to your higher self, and stop living in your ego self that this society has created. And not just this society, but many past lives before. All these scars have been, they're hiding out in your DNA, in your muscle memory tissue, your tissue. And so it's important to know that. So give yourself a break, and just keep putting on your brave face, and keep knowing that your angels are listening. They're asking you to look up, look forward. Positive changes are coming, but thoughts are things. So it may sound counteractive to some people, but that's the number one thing when you're manifesting. You can't focus on the negative. If you do, you're going to bring in that negative. That's how law of attraction works. It's ask, believe, receive. So it's important right now that you really start raising your vibration, start going out in nature, start listening to music, doing a project, craft, something. Idle hands are the devil's playground. Spirit wants you to know that. I'm saying that at 9/11. So if you're making a lot of sacrifices and you're right now and you're like, when's my turn? Spirit wants you to just keep focusing on what you have. Keep showing gratitude for what you have, and count your blessings, because there's more to come. Keep trusting the divine plan. It may not look all together right now, but it's coming together, and you're about to get a really good surprise. So it's important to face your shadow side right now. Take time. You have your ego, and then you have your shadow side. Your shadow side is a collective of both sides of your parents, all their fears and unhealed trauma, and yours. That's what makes up your shadow side. Your ego is just your left side of your brain, kind of like supposed to be your protector. But when it's out of balance, it becomes almost like a narcissist, and it just becomes a Debbie Downer, and won't let you do anything, and you just have to stay in your comfort zone. So it's important right now to just go with the flow. Stop trying to have control. You can't control your destiny. If it's your destiny, it's going to happen. You just got to enjoy the ride, and you're the hidden treasure. Somebody found you along the road. You need to start looking for those hidden treasures along your own road. Start reassessing what road you're taking, and work on your faith. Okay, because faith is something that you have in your heart, and it's activated by your heart. It is not activated by your mind. It is something that it's personal, and either you have it or you don't. But when you're working in the land of angels, it's all about faith and trust in a higher source. And if you look back, I've never had a time my angels didn't get me to where I need to be, or protect me, or do what's best for me, because it's what's for our highest good, not what we want. We don't always get what we want, and that's where we have a problem. Surrendering. Spirit saying it's important to surrender your battles. Surrender what you can't control, and all you gotta do is say, angels, please help me. Archangel Raphael is definitely around you. That's the Archangel of healing. This Archangel's got a emerald green aura to him, and he is helping you to clear out any traumas from the past. It's important for you right now, while you're working on your shadow side, to see how you can be of service. It's not always about making money or, getting a customer. It's about how can you be of service to your community, to your neighbor, to someone in need. Put somebody else first today, but don't be careful with that. 'Cause sometimes we overhelp people, especially when we're healing, because it feels good, because it distracts us, and kind of takes us off of our stuff. So be careful with over giving. That's something that we need to balance. Refine your attention on what's important, and your worries and your what ifs are not important, because those are coming straight from the darkness. The lower vibrationals are sending you that, and they are the ones that are making you think what if. Okay, so Spirit's just trying to get you to go for your dreams. So if you think about what you're asking the universe for, what do you pray for every day? Well, you're going to have to make some necessary sacrifices, whether that's leaving someone behind that's no longer for your highest good, not visiting a place, not doing a particular pattern, behavior, whatever it is. That's where you're going to have self-control if you want change, because Spirit's never going to make you change. You can sit in your own vices as long as you want, but when you are ready for change, they're ready to help lead the way and help you correct your mistakes and manifest those mistakes into miracles, because nothing is too big or too small. And we put a limit on the angels every day of what they can do, and it's like how you can't understand magic, and it's divine magic. It's not the bad kind of juju magic. It's divine magic. So you have to almost take this journey as in childlike wonder, and just have fun along the way. And I even told someone yesterday that I was giving guidance to, you just gotta be open to the possibility of whatever you go do, but don't focus on the activity. People think Spirit's going to just come and drop us off and say, go here, do this. It doesn't work that way. Spirit kind of gives us little nudges, and it's for us to connect with our intuition and start believing and having faith in the process, and having faith in ourselves, and understanding that we somehow got looped into a system where the wrong people are standing up and telling us how to be, because we got a lot of fearful people that are trying to not look fearful. They're trying to look courageous, but in the end, they just push down a lot of fears. And that's what a lot of these karmic lessons are coming from, is our ancestors, and some of them didn't have enough courage or a strength or whatever it was at the moment they didn't have to break the lesson, and that's why it got passed down. So that's why we're getting a little tougher. That's why you got indigo children. I just saw 444. That's why you have indigo children. We're tougher than, before they came down. And the first indigo child was like in the 1950s or something. And that's when all the real big racism was going on. And that's why they came down here, to kick off that movement, to stop. Because we just need to stop. Under all these skin suits, we're all the same color. We all bleed blood. We all bleed red. So today, let's surrender our battles and let's refine our attention to what's important. Laugh at your demons. Nobody can have control of you unless you give it to them. So today, say, I will not let my mind be a host for parasites. So let me know how this message is resonating with you guys, beautiful souls. We're at 16 minutes, almost 17. Here's the song I got, is Heartbreaker. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around with me. That's from Pat Benatar. Let me know my 80s babies out there. Then I heard the names Adele, Mabel, Sarah, Linda, Noelle, Release Control. And then I heard Danny, Larry, Leo, Lonnie. And then I heard Scuba Steve. And that's Big Daddy. Scuba Steve is also a part of Big Daddy, so I don't know how that connects with. Let me know how that connects out there. And then I heard Serenity Prayer, so I feel like that's maybe somebody who's like an AA or something. And then I heard GYMUEY, Joy, Heartbreaker, Pat Benatar, and then Why My Guy Mad. So Spirit saying, bottom line is accept disappointments gracefully, because maybe that thing that you really wanted just wasn't meant for your experience for whatever reason. It doesn't mean in a sense that you're not good enough, you're not fluent enough, you're not a part of the right people. No, it has nothing to do with that. If spirit is blocking something from you experiencing it, maybe you've already experienced it in a past life and it didn't work out and it caused your demise, and that's why it's being blocked out again. There are reasons, but know that spirit's rejection is your protection today. Start looking for the hidden treasures that go along with those closed doors, and start saying thank you more to spirit when they shut that door. Because if you listen to spirit and you let the ego go, which it's taken me years to just let it go. I'm hearing let it go from Frozen. You have to just release control, and it's really hard. But the way you do it is by reminding yourself, this is spirit. Spirit has never led me wrong, because I've made a relationship with them. Now, if you just go and ask random spirit and random people about stuff of your life, yeah, you may not get the answer you want. But when you actually sit here and you're doing a spiritual thing every day, you have rituals, you have your own little things that you do, and you're actually working on your stuff to be your highest version of yourself, so you can please God if He decided to show up in your room right now. he would be proud of his chosen one. He is proud of his chosen ones out there. So be proud of yourself too, and stop putting the opinion of man, I'm hearing, stop putting that on your whole being, because that's not what God thinks of you at all. That's definitely not what your angels, your ancestors think of you. So you have a choice to choose to listen to your spirit team and your real cheerleaders over here, or to the negative ones that are put on your path to be negative just like that, just so that they can divert you from being the most awesome version of yourself that you're about to be. Keep walking with your head held up high, beautiful souls, and keep walking into the sun, into the sunset. Brighter days are coming, and even brighter days are coming for the ones that are not having bad days right now, but just want a little bit more. It's coming, but you need to have teamwork, and you need to revel in your joy, is what I'm hearing. Go stop and smell the flowers. Go take a walk on the beach if you live around a beach, or even get in your car and go drive to a beach. Go experience nature today in some way, shape, or form, and stop putting limitations, because the universe is so much bigger than what we give it credit for. And God and his angels are so much bigger than what we give him credit for. And if you surrender that control today, you will see the beautiful miracles that can enter your world. I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me know how this message resonates. I love you. I hope all of you let it go and let spirit lead. Have a wonderful day, beautiful souls. Love and light.